Hello everyone, this is Mukesh from learnautomation.com. In this video, we'll see how to schedule your jobs in Jenkins so that you can execute your jobs based on your scheduling. Okay, then we'll see how to send your build status via email. So in Jenkins, we have this inbuilt feature that once your build is getting failed, you can check the status via email. So it will automatically send an email based on your configuration. So let's start. We'll go through a high level agenda first, that how to configure this Jenkins so that we can send email notification based on the build status. Then once we'll do this configuration, we'll test manually whether our email settings are correct or not, so that once your build is failed, it should trigger an email based on the receptionist list. Okay, then we'll see how to schedule jobs. And for scheduling jobs, we need to understand this cron pattern, so we'll check this cron pattern in detail. And finally, once we'll create a job and we'll execute, and we'll check whether we are getting emails based on the build status or not. Okay, so let me go through the Jenkins first. I'm assuming your Jenkins is up and running, so I already started Jenkins here, and you can see this confirmation message: Jenkins is up and running. So what I will do first, I will show you how you can make the changes, how you can configure email notifications. So once your Jenkins is up and running, you can go to manage Jenkins. So it will take some time. So here we will specify some of the settings. So you can see we are getting so many options. You need to click on the first one, that is configure system. Here you can mention the email notification settings. So in this example, I'm taking Gmail because I cannot take the other examples. In your case, you can take some other examples, like if you want to configure for your official email ID, then you can configure. I will show you. So simply need to scroll down and just go down. Here you will get one option called, yeah, email notification. Okay, so in the email notification you require one server, okay, SMTP server. Now if you talk about SMTP is a separate simple mail transport protocol which actually help us to send emails. Okay, so you need to get this server name. Since I'm using Gmail right now, so I have taken smtp.gmail.com. So if you are using Gmail, it will be same for you. Then you need to click on advanced. Okay, so here it will ask you some of the credentials, like what is the username for that account, what is the password. Okay, so my username is my Gmail ID, password is some blah blah blah. Use SSL, say clicked. Now it will ask you specify the SMTP port. So for Gmail it is 465. Okay, and for reply to address you can give some no reply at the rate gmail.com, or you can specify some other address as well. It's optional. And the character set, by default you will get UTF-8, so don't touch it. Okay, and you need to check this. Okay, if you don't check this, it will not ask you this authentication and you will not be able to send emails. So it's very straightforward. This SMTP server, username, password and port. In case if you are working with an organization and you want to configure, then maybe you need to ask your IT department or system admin team to configure this, so they will provide you the server details, port number. Maybe you can check with them and you will get all the details, and then you can fill here. If you want to check whether your email functionality is working or not, what you can do, you can click on this check configuration by sending test email. So it will ask you the email. So as of now, I will specify one email address. This is my another email: Selenium WebDriver Open QA 2.0. I know it's very lengthy, but it's okay. Gmail.com. Okay, and I will say test configuration. So now it will give you either email sent successfully or not. Okay, so you can see email was successfully sent. So this is my email ID which I have specified. So you can see I'm getting one email which is known as test email one, and it is coming from my second ID which I have used while configuring this account. Okay, so I'm getting this email, so I will simply delete it. Now I'm sure my email functionality is working fine, so I will click on apply and save. Okay, so now if you see Jenkins configuration, we have done test email configuration. We have checked our email functionality is working now. Now we need to check how we can schedule our job. So before scheduling, let me create a new job for this example. So I will click on new item. If you have already one job, so you can do the same configuration in the existing job. So as a fresh start, I will be creating a new job and I will schedule it. So I will say this video Jenkins demo. I will select freestyle project and I will click on OK. So I will not be taking any Selenium example because remaining thing will be same. So as of now, what I will do, I will simply go and I will select add build step and I will say execute batch command. So in this example, I will simply print Java version. So I will say Java version here. So once I will run this build, it will simply give me the Java version on the console. So this is what I'm expecting from this particular job. So I have selected execute window batch command. I have said Java space hyphen version. So once I will execute this job, it will give me version. So what I will do now, I will simply select add build step. No, it's already done. Post build means once your build will complete what exactly you want to do. So I will select this and I will say email notification. And again, I will specify my another email ID. If my build will fail, it will simply send an email, okay, to this. And you can see one point here, email will be sent when a build fails, okay. If build is successfully, then you will not get any email notification, okay. It will send only in case your build is unstable or failing, okay. So if you want to check this, you can see this every failed build trigger a new email, okay. So once you have free time, just go through this. For every option you will get this help section. So as of now, what I will do, I will simply click on apply and save. I have not covered that how to you can say schedule this job. Right now I will simply say build now, so it will simply run my build and it will give me Java version. So you can see this has been passed. So if I click on console output, so it is giving me my Java version is 1.8.0 underscore 40, and this is the other details. And finally the build status is success. So obviously you will not get any email. So let's forcefully fail this. Okay, so what I will do, I will open the same you can say job and I will click on configure, and this time I will give some random Windows command which doesn't exist. So definitely it will fail my test case. So what I will do, I will type some other stuff and I will click on apply and save. Right. So now if you build now, click on build now and you will see it started executing. So let's check the console output. And definitely it will fail because this is some different keyword which is not recognized by Java. So it is simply failing our build and an email has sent to this particular email ID. So if I go here, you can see I'm getting one email build failed in Jenkins, okay, and you will get the URL as well. So if you click on this C localhost, if I click on this, it will navigate to the build status, and you can see if I click on console output, I will get this. So in the email itself, if somebody is clicking on this and they will be navigated to the Jenkins URL and they can check the status. There's some other information also coming, so you can check later on. As of now, we have seen if my build is getting failed, so it is triggering an email for me. So next part we'll see how we can schedule this. Okay, so now let's say I need to schedule this job for every 1 hour. Now I don't want to execute my test case manually, so at daily you can say 10 p.m. it should get executed and morning 8 a.m. it should execute, or you can say every 1 hour it should execute. So what I will do, I will simply click on configure. It's taking time, and here if you navigate, it is asking, do you want to build periodically? So I will say yes. And now here we need to design a cron pattern. And don't worry, if you're not familiar with cron pattern, then click on this help section. So you will get 5 parameters here. So the first parameter will refer to the minute, second refer for hours, third for day of the month, fourth one is the month, and finally day of the week. Okay, so let me show you in a good manner. Okay, and they have given a couple of examples for you. So before moving to this example, let's navigate to Wikipedia and check this cron pattern. So in the cron pattern, you can see they have shown you very good example that it works on this star. So if you put 5 star, what exactly it means? Okay, it will execute your test case for every 1 minute. Okay, because um, and I will show you. Let me go through one by one. So the first parameter, okay, that is the first star, it specify the minutes, okay, and the ranges goes from 0 to 59. Okay, if you set for every 10 minutes, so you can say 10 star 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 star. It means it will execute in every 10 minutes. Second refers for, you can say 0 to 23, it's because it works on hours. So if you set this to 8, okay, so what it will do, it will execute this test case in 8 a.m. Okay, not at am, yeah, it depends, because if he says 0 8 and star star star, it means it will execute in 8 a.m. So like this you can change these values, you can change this month and day of month, finally month and the day of the week. There are a couple of examples, so let me show you directly. So first I will say execute this job in every 1 minute. So I will put 5 star, I will click on apply, okay, and I will click on save. So you can see right now time is 3:40, okay, and now once you will get 3:41, it will execute your build. So let's wait for this. Okay, I will start this clock as well so I can count. In this way you can create multiple cron patterns and you can schedule your job. Generally in my own organization we schedule at night, okay, so generally Jenkins use for nightly build after our office time. We don't have to worry about the execution. Whatever test cases you have created today or previous test cases, you can schedule at 10 p.m., 9 p.m., or 11 p.m., so on. So once you come back in office in morning, you will check the report, how many test cases are passed, how many test cases are failed. Okay, and you can see it has started because that um, it started in 1 minute. So you'll get the new execution report. Okay, and again this is failing, so you're getting an email. Now if I don't change this, it will execute job in every 1 minute, which I don't want. So I will simply go to configure section and I will configure again. Take very basic example which generally you will also do. I will change the second parameter which actually refers for the hour. Okay, so if you see the second one, hour, so what I will do, I will make it as of now time is 3:40 or 3:41, right? I will schedule at 3:43. So let me so 12 and 3:15, and it's first one for minutes, so I will say 43. It means it will execute at 3 p.m. and 43 seconds. Sorry, it's a minute. So I will quickly click on save and apply, and I will wait for this. So right now we have four, you can say, uh, build has been run. So now we'll wait for the fifth one because we schedule at 3:43. And generally, for a good automation practice, you should run your test cases at least 20 times just to check whether your test cases are stable or not. I have seen couple of times my script one runs successfully for one time, two time, but when I execute it multiple times, it get failed at some particular point. To stabilize your script, you can execute your test case multiple times and you can check the pattern where exactly it is failing in case. So it should run now. It's 3:43. Okay, and time passes. Yeah, it started. It's 3 seconds delay, but it's okay. So you can see the fifth build has been started. And so on, you can change this cron pattern. Let me make it final, and I will schedule at 10 p.m. So I will make it what you can say 12 and 10, 22. It means it will execute in 10 p.m. And you can see every time it is giving me this warning that do you really want every minute. When you say 22, perhaps you mean h22 to poll every 1 hour. So in the first part, what you can do, you can put h. Okay, so it means at 10 p.m. it will execute. So now very good thing about Jenkins, it will give you the exact time that it will run 10:42 p.m. IST, and the date is still 10th June. Okay, so this is the last build history. So the today's time it is showing it will run in uh, it should not say 42. Okay, that's I think a Jenkins issue. It will run at 10 p.m. or better if you put a star, that would be good. Okay, so click on apply, click on save. Okay, now you can check this build after 10 p.m. You will get one more build called build number 6, and you will get the same thing. What I will do, I will simply change this and I will give some valid, so it should not fail next time, it should pass. Okay, so I put Java hyphen version. Now I will check this after 10 p.m. and this build will execute successfully and I will not get an email. I'm getting email because every time my build is getting failed. So it depends on the requirement how you can make the changes. Maybe you need to do practice with cron pattern, that how exactly you want to schedule your build. Maybe sit some time and complete this exercise. Okay, and that's all. So if I go to this high level agenda, we have covered Jenkins configuration, test email configuration, schedule jobs, cron pattern, and finally check the status. Okay, that's all I have for this video. So if you like this video, you can share with your friends. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates, and in case if you're finding an issue in Selenium Jenkins, then feel free to email me. My email is mukeshotwani.50@gmail.com. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.